Okay, I think we're back. Yay! Well, this has been fun. So next time we play, no.
Yo, Baloo, look at my icon.
Oh my God! Fix your head.
I can. The camera's positioned right.
So
You
lower
have
your
to do it.
chair. Don't you have hydraulics on that $4
No,
million?
that's it, bro.
On
I'm
your
short.
$4
I got
million
the chairs.
chair?
I got the chairs low as I
Shit's
can.
a shot out the cannon, bro.
Unbelievable.
It's that camera angle. It's what it is.
Yeah, it's just weird. What do you have your monitor aimed down?
No, I got my monitor aimed directly at me right now. See, like right now, it's perfect. If you look at it through here.
Clearly not, because look at your
No.
freaking head.
No. If you look on the top of Zoom, his little head's in the.
Oh, you know what it is? Yeah, that's probably what it is. Holy crap! I swear to God, I hate this guy.
It's all right. You see, you're blocking the best part. It's that giant forehead of his. No one's gonna miss that.
Love giving myself forehead massages.
There we go. Hey,
Dwight, stop shaking your bed, dude.
Yeah, what do you got?
Oh,
Parkinson's over there?
I'm
That's
spinning drums
that's
on
your
my
leg,
stomach.
right?
Yeah, it's his leg. I
He's
hope
like,
so.
"Ooh, I need to get started.
He's laying down in the bed. He's using his laptop, so hopefully it's just his leg.
Oh my God, this has been quite the shit show so far.
Like, ooh.
All right, I think we're good. I have no idea if we are. Fucking. Oh my Lord. Alright. What can I do here? Alright, can you guys say something? I can hear him. Alright, you guys talk?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Hello, hello.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Alright, we good. Because it's gonna freaking eternally loop on Twitch. Oh, this is crazy.
She's hanging out with me.
Okay. So we're I think we're back.
You think?
Yeah. Woo! Hope you guys had a good weekend. Mine was interesting in that I've been trying to get this stream to hopefully work and sound good and nobody's muted and all that other jazz. When last we left, we have Jack Napier, Howard Phoebus, and Sergio Argavieso. Vieso? Did I say that right? Argavieso?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. You had to pick that tongue twister of a Spanish name.
I took the oldest one I could find.
Yeah, and we're Spanish. I'm well, we're Hispanic. I'm still struggling with that one. The let's see. Jack and Howard were together. You guys were still at the hospital trying to figure out what to do now that you know I've been duped.
Well, not really, because remember, I took pictures of IDs and all this. So if the IDs are real,
I've been duped.
No.
Oh.
Every time he turned around, oh, we've been duped again.
He's right, like, damn it, duped again.
it's like Dukes everywhere.
It's just beyond the duped
And
unleashed.
Dwight was like, let me know, I'll burn them. Let me know, I'll burn the hospital
I want to
down.
burn everybody.
Let me know.
They burned them all, god damn it.
And then we have Sergio. He is with the NYU anthropologist by the name of Maggie, who had provided him with a tome that he discovered had magical properties if, in fact, it was a magical book that contained lore and information yet to be deciphered. The last of that information was written in relatively recently, and you guys are trying to figure out what to do now. If memory serves, you all were deciding you had encountered Brian in an alleyway after seeing these two shadowy figures that were hovering over him in the night. It was night, yeah, because it's a dark day, and as you were approaching, making sure to be conspicuous, one of them unfurled these giant feathered wings and took off with his compatriot into the sky. Okay, so that's where we left off. What are you guys? What are we doing here now?
I remember last we were going back to my shop with the kid.
Yeah. So it was. Were you all together? And you weren't, right? No.
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 No, I was
Mr.
in the hospital.
Yeah.
Mr. Fevers is still working.
Yeah. He couldn't make it over because he wanted to be a damn hospital. So he wanted to be a doctor. Didn't realize that doctors have to work.
No, what was it?
Yeah, I remember I was essential, so.
It's an emergency, so he's stuck there.
Steve and I was the one who found them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we were taking him back to his shop in the
Right.
back in the back door.
Yeah, because you had already escorted Maggie back to NYU. So
Yep.
it was So it was Jack and Howard. Now he's completely nude. He seems normal. There's no metamorphosis in his body. His body
gonna
is
cover him with my jacket.
returned back. Yeah.
We did that. I gave him my coat.
Sergio did,
Yeah.
and wrapped him up and brought him into the shop. He's unconscious. He seems to be breathing normally. He seems cold, meaning you can see his lips are blue, his fingertips are a little blue.
Try to tell Sergio, you got any blankets or anything that we could wrap him up so he could warm up?
Yeah, I got some stuff.
Okay.
Get him some blankets. Pair of sweatpants. Sweatshirt.
All right. You dress him up and try to warm him up, and as you're warming him up, his body is just shivering. It's just a natural reaction. He's still unconscious. Do either of you have first aid or any kind of medical skills?
I believe I do not.
What about you, Jack?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Do you have any medical skills?
No. I think.
All right. So, I mean, aside from what I just described, you don't really. There's nothing else.
Listen, I am not laying naked with him, so I just right now.
No one's asking you to.
He's your buddy. You sleep in your underwear with him. If he's suffering hypothermia, that's what you're gonna have to do. He's not my buddy. He's yours.
I'm assuming you're looking at your character, Jack.
I'm looking at
Yes, I am.
Jack.
1 second.
Aside from him looking like an 85-year-old man looking from his reading glasses.
He looked like he fell asleep for a moment.
He's like, what? All these newfangled technologies. I shouldn't talk shit. I can't get this damn thing to work. I don't have nothing. I can't get the freaking stream to work right. Okay. Let's see. So I mean, Give me an idea, an approximation of what you're doing with this small cluster of time, so I can figure out whether or not I'm going to move on to Howard.
Happened?
So
No, no, no. Let it. It's
we're
gonna
wrapping him
burn.
up to keep him warm as best as we can.
Mhm.
I put the heat up in the back so he can, to see if that helps.
Okay.
Unless he's suffering from some form of advanced hypothermia, the only other way is skin to skin contact to get him warmed up faster than that.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know him that well to do that, so I'm gonna sit in the corner over here and read this book after I had done what I could do, and it's up to Jack now. See what he's gonna do to his buddy.
Right now, you know what? Listen, if it got to be body to body, I'll do it. I'll go on my drawers and lay next to him.
Okay, so probably don't need to do that. That's
Well, we're trying to get his temperature to go up.
okay.
All my abilities is not going to be able to, and the abilities that I have, I'm not going to be able to help him.
I mean, you can set him on fire.
No, I'm not going to do that. So basically, what I'm going to do is just use my body temperature, because mine is always high, and just lay next to him.
Okay. All right. He does seem to respond after a minute or two. The color starts to come back into his skin, to his lips. You know, they go from blue to pink. He seems to be mumbling as he's coming to. He's saying, I mean, it's incoherent language. It's just babbling at this point. But that's as far as we are here. So I'm going to go back to Howard. Mr. Dr. Phoebus. Now, you had met with the attorney for the Simmons family. He had given you his card, and he asked very politely if you do have any information, if Brian should happen to come back to the hospital, that you are to do your job and treat him as a patient if he needs it, but to definitely call him or contact the authorities and let them know that he's there, because he's not necessarily wanted for questioning, but because of what's been happening with his family recently, he's definitely a high value target. Especially with those metahumans over that still have his sister. Okay, so that's the last that you hear of him, and you're working through the cops finally do show up, and there's two squad cars. They go through the whole process of talking to you, talking to Sarah, talking to Bobby, to anyone that's there, taking statements. You treated the injured security from the security office. The person at the morgue, he doesn't have any recollection. There's no one that came down with a body, because that's the last thing you said that they were waiting for. So they're just going through the motions with you, and the detective that's there is Detective Santiago of the. I'm just going to make up this precinct. I know it's not there. Of the 68th precinct, and he had given you his card. Told you to give him a call if anything else should pop off, and because they've been slammed with pulling double duty with everything that's going on right now in the streets. But he's been tasked by his CEO. That was one of he made a special mention of it. He was begrudging of this particular assignment to assist in finding this kid because his family is very wealthy and very powerful in the city. So anything you can, he asks you if there's any. He tells you if there's anything else that you need. If you have any leads, if you get in contact with him, you need to give me a call immediately. We need to find this kid and make sure that we get him into protective custody and get him back to his family, because they got more resources than we do right now.
Okay, no problem. If I hear anything, I'll come in. I'll let you know.
All right. All right. As they're leaving, a young woman comes into the ER, and she looks at you, then and looks past you, and walks right past you to Sarah, and she begins to talk to her. She's the first thing that comes out of her mouth is, "Mom, are you okay?" And her mother is Sarah, and she's talking with her, and everything's fine. She heard, she got a call somehow. For some reason, she's just like, I heard something had gone down here. There was a report on the news, and I don't know what's going on. She's like, wait, what are you talking about? There's nothing on the news. And apparently there's been a blurb on the 8 o'clock news about this kid showing up at the hospital and being accosted by a couple of by metahumans. And they were.
So am I hearing this? Or?
You're hearing this as she's talking.
So I'm gonna walk up to them and I'm gonna say hi to both of them. To the daughter.
Okay, so the girl's about 24, very very good looking, brunette, about 5'6" and 110 pounds. She looks very athletic. So she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. You must be Dr. Phoebus. I've heard everything about you, and none of it's good." No, I'm just kidding. She's
I smack her. I smack her and I spit in her face.
Whoa.
Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, so she's like, "I'm sorry. I'm Barbara Maddox. Sarah. Sarah. She's my mom. I came right over." She's like, she's also a student at NYU, so she was like, I came right over once I heard the news. We were all in our dorms. We were told to stay inside because of everything that was going on, but I made sure that they let me go.
News? What news are you talking about?
She's like, wait, you don't know? It was on the news, that everything that's been going on.
But what's exactly been on the news, if you don't mind me asking you?
So she's okay. Hold on. So she pulls out her phone and she's like, it's right here on YouTube. She shows you. This is a surveillance footage of him crawling into the loading bay and into the lobby. It's just like maybe a 2-minute video. I say this was posted like an hour ago.
So I look at both of them. I'm like, wait a second. That could possibly be the people that stole the footage to put it up there to see if anybody sees them. They could start commenting on the bottom of the comments, and they're probably monitoring the comments.
So she's like, who's they and what are you talking about? You mean you guys didn't post this?
No, it wasn't us. So I look at the mother, Sarah. I look at Sarah, and I glance at her, and I give her like that weird, like, this is weird.
She returns that look, just like it's like, didn't you say that they stole the security footage?
Exactly, and that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
So she says those FBI guys stole that and put it on YouTube. I don't understand.
And I honestly think they did that to see if people start commenting on the YouTube, so then maybe they could find him. Because remember, he's gone now. Nobody knows where he's at.
Barbara says, well, that's actually kind of brilliant if you ask me.
I'm gonna tell her. Can you read some of the comments out there?
Yeah, sure. So most of them are just trolls. Some anti-mutant, some anti-metahuman trolls, some pro-metahuman trolls. People going back and forth. I saw him here. I saw him there. All right. So apparently
Your little
he dropped. So
both of them dropped. So did
no. Steve didn't drop. Dwight did.
no, but for me it's split.
Yeah, I know. We'll wait for him to come back. See if he does. And
Yeah, see if his teeth fit back in there.
right. He'll probably come back on in a second.
So is there anything there that sounds suspicious or
At the top, it shows about 2,000 comments. So it's like,
wow, that's a lot of comments. Yeah, I know.
Really
want to
go through this? She said, "This is a lot," and she's going through. It's like, is he really one of the metahuman? It's like that. What kind of power is that? It's like I've seen flying and crawling and shooting and blasting, but nothing like that. He's just like half a person.
I don't necessarily think he's a metahuman. Something happened. Honestly, we don't know what's going on, and but what they're doing is very intelligent by putting this video onto YouTube. I'm more than positive they got
more people watch
monitored.
YouTube than the news these days.
And that's exactly why they did it. So somebody sees him. Hey, I saw him over here, and somebody's monitoring the comments. They could go over there and get him because they're definitely looking for him. Something's going on with this family, and I don't know exactly what it is, but the family has been meta mutants kidnapping them, and now one of the family members coming here transforming into some lizard man.
So supposedly, is that what he did?
Yeah, he transforms into some form of lizard man.
Oh my god!
But I give her that look, like this better stay in here, and I point at her like that.
So she's like, okay, it is on YouTube. So
I'm gonna ask you something. If I give you $200, will you monitor the comments for me?
Just like she looks at Sarah like, what? She's like, yeah, you don't need to. She said, you don't need to give me any money. I'll be happy to do it.
Just look for anything that you would. So I'm gonna sit down and I'm just gonna break everything down to her. So she more or less.
You tell everybody this story. It's like
I might as well. I mean, I'm a doctor.
It's like, so let me tell you this from the beginning.
So and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break it down so that she has a better idea of what's going on when she's reading the comments. So then I mean, do you want me to go through everything?
No. I mean, if that's what you're gonna do, then that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Here we go. Hey, there it is.
Right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm
just gonna leave this the way it is right now. I'm not gonna switch it over. We're already in it. Okay.
Once I break everything down to her, I'm gonna tell her just look for any comment that you feel that's either suspicious or awkward that doesn't fit among this stuff, or somebody who knows a bit too much. And then
so that seems pretty it's pretty random. Well, I don't know.
Put it like this. I'll tell you more or less what's going on. I'll trust you on your decisions. I mean, if you see anything that looks suspicious, just send us the name of the account, and then we'll come and take it from there.
All right. I it's not like we're doing anything in the dorm right now. They got us on lockdown. There's no classes. I'm all caught up, so I don't have a problem, and I'll do it from my computer. It's a lot faster.
Thank you.
I'll get in touch with my mom. She'll pass it along to you, and then what? Are you going to let the cops know? What? That's what you're doing, right? You're going to call the cops?
Well, I mean, to be frank with you, I don't know. Something's going on here, and I'm just trying to figure it out because these people that came in, they were very believable, and they sure got me and everybody else in here. We honestly thought that they were FBI agents, and they weren't. So now
wait. The FBI was here? I
thought that's what I was telling you. I told her the whole story.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did. Yeah. So she's like, I don't. So the FBI and the cops are are they working together?
No, but that's the thing. I
everything.
think that the
Anytime I watch TV, it's usually the FBI come in and just take over
no,
everything.
my honest opinion, what happened here was the people that were looking. I didn't say nothing about the eye or anything like that, dude.
Mhm.
Just like the regular information.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I found it funny because if they are FBI agents, why would they steal all the surveillance, the dead body, and all this other stuff? So that's just. I'm just trying to figure out. We're trying to piece this together to try to figure out more or less what's going on.
Well, it's
And
anything.
your help
If
will be
so long
gladly
as
appreciated.
so anything I can do to help, I'm there. You guys do you see, it's like you guys got caught in the worst
Oh,
possible
my
time
Lord.
and the worst possible day. It's
Like
just
you cannot
with
imagine
everything
how bad
going
this
on
day is.
outside, I don't envy you guys' jobs. So, all right, well, I'm just I'm just glad you guys are okay, and I'll just go and I'll let you guys know as soon as I know anything, if I find anything out of the ordinary. But it just looks like a lot of troll arguments back and forth. I don't really think there's anything there, but if there's anything that comes up, I'll definitely let you know.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So going back to Jack and Sergio. After about 10 minutes, Brian, his eyes slowly flutter open, and he's like, what?
Get up. I'm gonna get up right there.
He's like,
Get up.
why are you naked? No. He's like, wait, what just happened? What did you do to me? Me too. Hashtag me too.
I'm gonna get up and just get dressed.
So he's like, where am I?
Brian, you remember who I am, right? Do you remember me?
Yeah, you were yelling a lot. Jack, your name is Jack, right?
Yes.
Where the hell am I? Wasn't I somewhere else?
I'm gonna go through the whole story of what happened, explaining to him when he was in the hospital, and letting him know what happened with these FBI agents that I don't believe that they really were
So
FBI
you're really
agents.
you're gonna regale him the whole story right now?
I'm just gonna shortcuts, like just breaking it down, and just say we found you in the alleyway. There was a couple of people around you, but when we got close, they were gone. I'm not gonna go to the description of what they did, that they flew away.
Mm-hmm.
But we found you naked and freezing cold, so you can understand why I was right next to you and stuff like that, so that your body temperature can come up.
So yeah, I thought that was a little weird, but thanks. You saved me. I appreciate that. I just this is all so bizarre. It's just bizarre. It's like I know my aunt, my sister. Oh yeah, my sister's in some shit with some of those meta guys, but I didn't think. At that point, he finally remembers. He looks down his hand. He's like, oh, okay. So I'm back. I'm normal again. He's just holding up his hands like, oh.
Now, Lewis,
Yeah.
you do remember that I did take a sample of the black liquid. I do have a sample of it.
Sure.
I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna say, Brian, I'm glad that you're back to normal, but you have to get checked out to find out what was the reason that you were transforming.
So I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to go back to that hospital.
No, you can't go back to the hospital. It's most likely being looked at just in case you come back. Is there anybody?
But wait a minute. On the FBI, if the FBI is looking for me, isn't that a good thing?
I don't believe they were really FBI agents. The way they acted, it just doesn't seem like normal law enforcement. It was shoot first and ask questions later, and they weren't asking questions later. They were all about shooting. And I told them that it wasn't even worth. I'm just telling you, is there somebody that you know that you could get in contact with that could help you?
Well, I have some. I have my roommate, but he's kind of useless. I said the only family I got in town that lives in town is my aunt. But I don't. I don't. I think. I don't know if she's in the city right now. I could try her. I mean, she's got a lot of connections in the city, and like we don't really see eye to eye because she's she calls me a hippie, and I call her a corporate capitalist pig. Sort of joking, but yeah, I could give her a call. Wait, I don't have a phone. Do you mind?
Yes. So I'll pull out my phone.
Okay. So he's like, so I don't really want to have my my parts dangling inside someone's coat. Do you guys? Does anybody have like a spare set of clothes or sweats or something that I could
So I'm
use?
gonna look towards Sergio.
I gave him a pair of sweatpants and a sweatshirt.
Oh, that's right. You did do that. I apologize. The so he just he goes on the phone. He dials a number. And he's just like, no, just voicemail. All right, well, and he dials it again. He's like, hey, Aunt Gigi, this is Brian. I don't know if you're looking for me or if there's anything, but I kind of need your help. If you can call me at this number, and he motions to you to tell him the number, and you do.
I'll tell him the number.
Yeah, and he's just like, he recites it. It's like, it's a friend's cell phone. Like, mine was misplaced. If you can call me at this number, that'd be great. And yeah, thanks. Bye. And then he hangs up. So he's like, yeah, thanks, man.
No problem. Now
It's like I hate to bother you again, but you guys, you got anything to eat here, man? I'm starving.
I look towards Alex. All right, Sergio.
You guys in the back room. I'm in the front reading the book.
So I'll go walk up to the front and ask Sergio, does he have anything to eat?
Tell him under the bed there's a box of K rations.
All right, I'll let him know.
All right. So
Brian's
looking around like he's
food,
like, where the hell are we? By the way,
at a bookstore, a friend's bookstore. He helped me out. We found you a couple of blocks away in an alley, so we brought you here as quick as possible.
That's so weird. I don't remember any of that. How did I even get there?
You went full. You transformed almost fully. The only part of you that was still human was just one part of your face. But I noticed one thing: you kept on transforming. The more angry or anxiety you were getting, so you're gonna have to try to keep yourself calm.
Well, that's great because I have really bad anxiety. So, all right. Okay. I gotta process this. This is just. All right. So I know. All right. So this is gonna sound weird, but I think I know. I got something. Some call or someone came to see me, and they were asking about something. Why can't I remember?
Pull out my notepad. I always carry a little pad and a pen.
Now you flip it.
Yep, I'm gonna flip it open and like what?
He's like, are you? Listen, are you taking notes?
Yes.
Like, wait, are you some sort of like private eye? Are you a PI or something? Are you a cop?
No, I'm not a cop, but I am kind of like
lower your
PI.
camera. I'm just looking at like literally the top of your lips. All right.
I am like a private investigator, and it's so weird, but it's mainly for like the paranormal.
I mean, I'm fine, but I mean, they're paranoid thinking this I'm gonna set a fire. Is it supposed to be boiling right now?
Hold on a second. All right, go ahead.
So like it's I'm into like kooky things,
Wait, what are you talking about?
paranormal stuff. And
Paranormal?
yeah,
Like
kind of things like
Like
that.
one of those
Things that go
like a ghost hunter, like from that TV show.
something like that. Things that go bump in the night.
It's like, wait, are you being serious right now?
I am being very serious with you.
Okay.
That's why
I
I'm
mean,
wearing Walmart pants, because I don't really make that much money.
well, with everything else that's going on and the shit that's happening around me and around my family, sure, why not? What?
All I'm doing is I'm just.
So you don't have one of those.
I want to help you.
One of those
I wanna
packs
help
and that
you.
shoots and gets ghosts, right? Not like a Ghostbuster. Sorry, that was just a horrible joke. I tend to make horrible jokes when I'm nervous. So
It's totally fine, Brian. So
I don't. All right, so it's just I remember someone like, you ever seen that movie like Men in Black?
Yeah.
And it was something like that. It was a guy. It's like, I don't know. He's like in his 40s, and he had a like a goatee, and he had sunglasses on, which was weird because we were indoors. And then he showed me something. I think it was a badge, and then he gave me something. And then
Like what?
Syphilis.
It's like it's syphilis. So he's like, I'm thinking it was like an envelope, but it doesn't feel right that it was an envelope. But and then I wake up in the hospital. Okay, I'm starting to remember that part. And then I saw you and the doctor and some really nice lady. She was a nurse. I think she was a nurse, yeah.
Yeah, Sarah.
Sarah, yes. That's what she kept saying. Her name is Sarah. And then a lot of yelling. Some fireworks, like really loud fireworks.
Wasn't fireworks.
What do you... Oh yes, yeah. You said it was guns, right? They were shooting at me. They were shooting at me because I was a monster. Right. I was some sort of lizard monster. I'm trying to roll with that part, but and then I wake up with you wrapping yourself around me. It's just there's a lot of gaps there, man. I'm really sorry.
Don't listen. It's okay. Right now, I'm not asking you to tell me everything. Right now, just you did give me some information. So you said there was a gentleman that came to the house, had a goatee, sunglasses. He gave you an envelope. Do you just remember what was in the envelope?
That's the thing. I don't know if it was an envelope or something else, and I'm not 100% sure.
And this
like
was at your.
This
was at your house.
It was at my apartment. Yeah. Yes. Definitely. Yes. Definitely at my apartment. And then there was just a blank space. It's like a blank. It's like a blur. It's like just a lot of images. That's it. I got nothing else, you know? I'm sorry.
Brian, don't worry about it. I'm going to get him some water. I said, look, you're going to need to rehydrate, drink some water, you know? Do you like coffee?
Oh, no. That's the last thing you want to give somebody with anxiety.
Okay.
Caffeine. Holy shit. You
All
might as
right.
well just
How
make me
about
smoke
tea?
crack. It's just...
You want some chamomile tea?
So if it's decaffeinated, I'll take it. Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Sergio. Yo, you got
It's like,
the cat?
I offered him tea, but do you have any? He's like, nope, just coffee. He's like, I don't drink no tea. It gives me a headache.
No, yeah, espresso here. That's what I have.
So
Okay.
Espresso and liquor.
he's a Spaniard, so it's just,
All right. I
just
guess he doesn't have any. So I get him water and stuff like that. I said, just eat something, get some in your stomach, drink some. Listen,
There's juice there if you need that.
uh,
orange juice.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see if he wants some orange juice.
yeah, man. I
Hey,
just
Brian.
feel I just feel run down, man. It's just crazy. It's like,
I think whatever that transformation took a real toll on me.
it's like I'm really having a hard time with hearing the word transformation. It's like,
But right now you're back to normal. Let's concentrate on that. The second thing is it possible we feel okay if I get your address? Because I'll maybe want to stop by.
so yeah, man. That'd be fine if you can drop me off at my place and hopefully my aunt will get back to you will get back to me on your phone and
Now, Brian, this
yeah.
is what I want to do. I want to make sure it's going to be safe for you when you get back. If I take you right now without me scoping around and looking and seeing everything as the coast is clear, I just don't trust it. The whole situation of what happened, I just have a little bit of a funny feeling in my gut. Let me just go over there, scope it out, and then I'll talk to Sergio, and then you and Sergio could come up, and I'll pick you up at a certain point and take you to rest.
Sure. I mean, if it's not too much trouble, say, listen, I don't want to put you out. You know, it's not like I didn't hire you or anything, but and I don't have any cash on me. I'm sorry, but
I'm not asking for money.
just
This is not a money thing. I see somebody in trouble, and that's the way I am.
no, I definitely appreciate it. And so yeah, sure. I don't know if I'm ready to go back. I want to go home. So I need to shower and get some normalcy, maybe maybe my own clothes and I don't know. I just so yeah, sure. And he gives you his address. It's in the West Village, so it's about 20 minutes from here.
Okay, I'll
It's a
write it
20-minute
down.
walk. It's a 45-minute drive because it's New York. And there's no train that will take you. There's no train from where you are that will
I'll
take you
walk
to
it.
it. So
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say just relax, take it easy. Nobody's rushing you to do nothing. Just calm down.
so what about your buddy? Is he going to be okay with me being here? I
Yeah,
don't
he'll
want to
be
put anybody
okay.
out. You know what I mean?
No. Don't worry about it. He'll be okay. So I'll say just relax. I'll walk up to Sergio. I'll let him know. Say, look, he's he's drained. He just needs food and water right now. He's confused, and I'll go through the explanation of what I know, which I already did, with Sergio of what happened in the hospital, and I said, look, he's gonna need help. We don't know if he's a meta or any other thing. We just got to find out, uh, you know, if he's gonna be okay, if it's gonna be safe for him to take him back home. But
See,
whatever those guys, those FBI agents, the way they acted is nothing like I ever seen in law enforcement. So I'm gonna take a walk over there to where he lives and just scope the place out. And if it's okay, I'll give you a call and you walk him a certain amount of distance and I'll meet you and then I'll take him to rest.
it's fine as long as he doesn't wreck the place.
No, he's just, he's just tired. But make sure you keep that door, the close sign on the front door and the gate
Oh no,
closed.
we're closed.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go through the back door, Lou,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna head towards his house.
Okay. Howard, I put you on mute because I heard everything in the background. You got to mute yourself if I'm not on you this way. You can because of that. Okay. Is she punching something? you doing? All right. I'll give him a second.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Lou.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, you were Barbara had left. It was just you and Sarah. Your partner, what was his name? The other doctor.
I hate that guy, so I don't even remember. I don't want to remember his name.
Jeff,
His name was Jeff.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think it was Jeff.
All right, for the sake of argument, because I don't have my notes in front of me, because been running, just don't have them. All right, so Jeff comes up and he's has your dogs, and he's just like, okay, can I hand these off to you now? It's like
Yeah.
I didn't go to fucking medical school to be a dog whisperer. He's like, you shouldn't even have these fucking things in this ER anyway.
Jeff, I told you about that. Don't start.
It's like, whatever, man. It's like, just now I gotta wash my hands. It's like, these things these things are gross. He turns and walks out. So Sarah's just like, it's like, how did they? It's just like, what an asshole. Sorry, doctor, I didn't mean to say that out loud.
No, I agree with you 100%.
It's like I don't understand. It's like all this happens so fast. How the hell? Why are they doing that? So wouldn't they just? If they're FBI, they should just be investigating this and not putting it on freaking social media. That just doesn't make any sense.
I don't think they were FBI.
If they weren't FBI, who the hell were they?
That's the whole thing, and that's why I have your daughter looking out at the comments and to see more or less what we could figure out. Because I found it funny, because if they were a real FBI, they wouldn't shoot up the hospital like the way they did. They just went in there shooting everything.
Wow.
Lucky that the emergency room was already empty because of all of this was going on. Because imagine, you know how thin these walls are? Could have had bullets flying everywhere and hurting people.
You're absolutely right.
Then another thing, the cameras, all the footage is gone. The body's gone. Where did all of this go? And then who put the footage on YouTube? All that footage was stolen.
It's just so weird that all this is happening and so quickly. It's like that poor kid. So we don't even know where he is.
Yeah, wait a second. Hold on. Just give me a second. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Stay. So I'm gonna tell the dogs. I'm gonna give them a command to stay sitting there away from me. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'm gonna call Jack, just to keep him informed on that the cops are looking for him, and just to let him know what's going on here. That the real cops came now, and they're looking for him. And I'm gonna let him also know.
All right, Jack, your phone starts vibrating.
Hello.
Hey, Jack, what's going on?
Hey.
The actual cops came looking for him, for the family member, and somebody put a video on YouTube of him coming in through the front, through the way he came in was through the back of the hospital. And
How did he come in through the back when?
I don't. That's
there by the lobby,
He went into the lobby. He's saying that.
Oh, okay. Because that's what I was wondering, but I could have swore you said he came in through the.
No, I said through the bay, through the.
Oh, through the okay. No, but I meant I thought
emergency
you were
room
talking
bay. Yeah, not the.
Yeah, okay. No, I thought I for whatever reason I thought you were talking about like the back bay where the trucks parks.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you stop having 700 people in your house, you could hear me.
Well, everybody left now, so I can't help it. I'm a popular guy, man.
Yeah, you are.
People love hanging out with me. I'm gonna let him know somehow or another the footage that was supposed to be stolen wound up on YouTube, showing the kid coming through the bay to the front of the hospital.
When are you getting off?
I can. It's an emergency. I'm stuck here.
Well, we have an emergency too.
I don't know. I got to figure out some way. How can I get out of here? Why? Do you really need me?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, let me see what I can do. Oh, and I'm gonna tell him that the cops are also looking for him.
I know.
But I'm not talking about the fake FBI agents. I'm talking about like the real NYPD is looking for him.
Well, we don't know who's who.
Okay, so hold on. So hold on. Give me 20 minutes, and then I'll come and I'll call you back. And don't do anything dumb or don't move around because they're looking for him. So you need to keep this guy on the DL. If you, but number one, no. Wait, hold on. Off game. Do I know that they have him, or I don't know anything about it?
Don't.
Okay, so
not.
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell him just if you do find him, I guess try to hide him until we figure out what's going on. So,
I
but
know
just
that.
okay, cool. So I'll
That's
tell him.
why, that's why he's where he's at, and I'm where I'm at.
Okay. So I'm not gonna continue the conversation with that comment. So I'm gonna tell him, okay, give me about 20 minutes, and then I'll figure out what's going on. So I'm gonna hang up the phone. And I'm gonna go back to Sarah, and I'm gonna ask her, can you cover for me for like about an hour?
I think I can. Well, I mean, everybody's entitled to a lunch break, right?
Oh well, that's also true too. Yes. Okay.
So say, you sure? Is everything okay?
Yeah. I just honestly, I'm starving, and and I gotta walk. My two beautiful things over here.
Okay. So
Because trust me, when they go bad.
are these? Did she say these little monsters? Come on, you can't be serious.
You'd be surprised.
It's like, well, I'll let Jeff know. He's, he'll say we're not gonna be able to get anybody in here for a couple of hours anyway until they clean this up, and which isn't a good thing because with all the stuff that's going on.
Lou. Wait, one last thing. I don't know if you remember the sample that we got. We gave it to one of the nurses so then they could go run the test.
Right.
I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell her to keep an eye on that. You have my number.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I'm gonna blow, do the little whistle. The dogs get beside me, and then I start walking down. Those are my two little beauties. So what I'm gonna do, Lou, I'm gonna go to my car. I'm gonna open up the door, let them in 1st, get in the car, and then I'm gonna call Jack again to find out where his location is at.
All right. Jack, you're halfway there.
Hello.
Hey, it's me. Where are you?
Meet me over here.
All right.
I know I'm 10 minutes away. I'm gonna stop where I was heading to, and I'm gonna tell him to meet me where I'm at right now.
All right. He gives you his current address, hangs up, and you head over there. For Sergio.
So now, Lou,
go ahead, finish.
How is everything around me outside? I mean, since I'm driving.
Oh, traffic is really bad.
Is it quicker for me to go there on foot where he's at or on car?
From where he is, probably like 20 minutes.
On foot?
On foot.
Yeah, so you know what? I leave the car and I go on foot. I do some speed walking.
Okay. Dude, is that outside your window?
Yeah, man.
Holy crap. I was like, wait, what the hell is that?
That was just a motorcycle that passed by.
Like an Indy 500. It's crazy.
Yeah, at least they stopped the music.
Hey, that's true. All right. Okay. You do finally meet up, and before you get into your dialogue, I'm going to go back to Sergio. So, from the back here. So, what kind of bookstore is this?
It's an antique bookstore. I have books from very, very old books. I carry a couple of recent ones, but it's mostly old books.
It's like, wow, that's cool. It's like, how do you afford this place? This is the real estate. It's like the rent here must be freaking murdering you.
I got lucky with the rent. The store itself actually belongs to a friend of mine who retired.
Oh, so you just took it over, like what do you call it? You grandfathered in or something like that.
Yeah.
You kept the rate that he was paying.
Well,
Smart.
actually, he owns the place, so I'm paying him.
Okay, cool. So he just let you have it, huh?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
He's staying in my villa in Spain.
Okay, hey, that's awesome. I'm all about keeping history alive. You know what I mean? But so how do you know Jack?
He's come to me on a couple of his cases for some answers.
Cool.
He's an upstanding fellow.
So wait, where's that accent? It's like I know it's not Puerto Rican. I can tell you that much. I know a bunch of Puerto Ricans. They don't sound they do not have that. You sound really proper. What are you like from South America or are you like Spanish?
Yeah, I'm from Barcelona.
Oh, cool. I always wanted to go there.
Beautiful place.
He's like, oh shit. I just realized I gave my aunt Jack's number. If she calls him instead of, oh crap. Do you guys have like a landline I could use here or can I use your phone?
Yeah, you can use my cell phone. I handed my phone.
You hesitated. It's like, wait a minute, paranoia. It's like paranoia is activated. So he's like, you don't mind, right?
Oh, go ahead. It's fine. Your family should know where you were.
It's like, look, don't get me wrong. I love my aunt and all that good stuff, but she can be a bit much. Like ever since my mom died, she's raised me pretty much, me and my sister, but she's much. She expects a lot from us, and she lets us know when we don't meet. You get what I'm saying, right? Family.
I understand.
So
she probably had it rough growing up too, and she wants to make sure you don't go through that.
I'm gonna say no, because, well, she's been born into privilege. Let's just say that. And
yeah, but even being born into privilege, you have problems that aren't common to others. Like your problems, you may have them in one way. She probably has them in a different spade.
Yeah, that sounds like a Jay-Z song. More money, more problems.
But it's really not about the money. It's about the circles you're in.
Wow, she does run with some weird people. All right. That's. Speaking of old books, that she has, you would love her library. Like, she has a library in her place upstate. Amazing, like super old books. Like she's an avid collector. Hell, she might just buy you out if she even knew you had this. But anyway, I'm sorry. I babble. So dials the phone again, and again he seems to get voicemail again. All right, and it's like, oh, okay, and he goes through the whole thing, and Gigi, this is another number you can try to contact me in if the other one isn't working, and she gets the number from you. He's like, he's a friend. Ooh, and he owns an antique bookstore. So hey, was it what is it you're fond of saying? When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, all that good stuff. So I'm okay, everything's fine. I just checking in, and then he's yeah, okay, bye, and he hangs up.
You don't leave many messages, do you?
We don't really talk. The last time we had a conversation was just before those people took her, and when she came back, she kind of wasn't the same. And I mean, I understand she went through some trauma, and They supposedly she said that they hurt her real bad, like physically and mentally. But she even said one of them stabbed her in the heart. I don't know what that means because that was weird, but you know, she just wasn't the same when she came back. So yeah, we haven't really spoken, but family's family, right? You don't get to choose them. Okay, I'm gonna use the restroom. You do have one, right?
Yeah, they one in the back.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and I just realized that I haven't used the bathroom in forever. So I'm gonna go do that, and yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, he turns and walks out. You get you get a call on your phone. It's from Maggie.
I answer.
She's like, "Hey, just checking in. Any progress on my magic book?"
Well, it's full of a lot of interesting incantations.
Ooh, that sounds very Lord of the Rings y.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like,
It's
are you like a wizard now?
no, I wouldn't say I am, but
Like
I
a
can
like
understand
a
what's in the
so
book.
she's like a sexy Spanish wizard.
No.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I'm here. If there's anything, just let me know.
I'll delving into this book now as we speak. I'm trying to find the history. I'm trying to learn from it. As soon as I figure out something, I'll let you know. The language is thick.
Okay, cool. Please, I'm like dying to know what's in that thing. So, okay. Well, you have my number, and hangs up.
So yeah. So since this guy has been here and they were having all that conversation and they were he was getting stuff together. I was in this book like a teenager with his first porno. All right.
Okay.
I am from the beginning going back slow, reading every freaking page, trying to make sense of whatever I can, trying to glean any knowledge I can from it.
Okay. Going back to the book, going back to the page that you were on, what you noticed is that the text that you were reading is gone, and now it's just a bunch of symbols. Like the page, you haven't flipped the page. You had it open when you were talking. You had it open when you were talking to Brian. You had it open when you were handing him your phone. You had it open when you were talking on your phone. And when you go back to it, you're like, wait, did I flip the page? And you flip the from front and back. The text on the page before seems the same, but that page is just a bunch of symbols now.
All right. Do I recognize what kind of symbols these are?
You can see that there's a quadrant. It basically it's a circle, and then there's some lines crisscrossing it. On the top right, it looks like Egyptian hieroglyphs. On the bottom right, it looks like Sanskrit. And the top left, you don't recognize the writing, and then the bottom right, you don't recognize the writing.
All right. So it went from Egyptian to Sanskrit, which is not too far apart,
Mm-hmm.
and then two totally alien languages.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And it's a circle with lines through it.
Lines through it, and then in each quart, it's basically like it's separate like a pie chart. So in
Okay.
each quarter, there are other little symbols and some markings in it, but you can't decipher them. At least not at this moment.
All right. So I'll keep those in mind.
Make a perception check, please.
Percentile?
A perception check.
Perception. My intelligence is 24. I don't know where the bonus is. I forget what it is. That's +7, right? 24.
It's your IQ bonus, yeah. Hold on, I'll check it. Just give me a sec.
I like 1,000 windows open here and I can't find the PDF.
one of the things that Big Mike left us was the big attribute chart. And I wrote
Nice.
that because it is a big attribute chart.
Holy crap.
Dude, this whoever put this together is a maniac. This goes up to hold on. I printed them all. It goes up to 500. Who the hell has an attribute number of a 500 in this
I
game?
don't know, but I don't think I ever want to see that.
That's insanity. That sounds like an Adolfo character. For those of you who don't know, Adolfo is one of our old friends who, well, more like a Spanky and Adolfo character, because they can come up with some character generations that are just otherworldly. So you said it was 24, right?
Yeah.
All right. So on the ME chart, it would be a +4.
+4? All right.
Yeah. All right, so you definitely got that. So as you're looking at it and you're getting into it, you can hear something. You swear you heard something.
Yeah, I sigh.
It's like, wait.
So I look at the book's cover again.
The symbology has changed on it. It was a half sun, half moon. Now it's a full sun next to a full moon.
Full next to a full moon. All right. So I go back to the page I was on. Is it still there the way it was?
It's still there. Yeah.
All right. So this time what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start copying things on a separate sheet.
Mm-hmm. So
Because
from the back
this
you
was-
hear, "Hey, who is that? Is that people from upstairs? They're really loud."
You heard that?
It's like, yeah, why?
I thought that was my imagination. That's why.
So it's not your neighbors. You can hear the bowl flushing. I don't have the sound effect for that. Otherwise, I'd have done it.
I know. so not to get him like riled up or anything, I tell him that was my phone. I have a weird ringtone for a friend.
Oh, yeah, that is kind of weird, man.
Oh, she's weird.
So he's you can hear the sink running, and then he comes back out. He's like, so it wasn't anybody. It wasn't for me. That was your friend.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I start copying the symbolisms and everything down, and I try to copy the words, even the ones I don't know.
Okay. That's fine. You can do that. He's like, so. Do you mind if I look around? I mean, I don't want to. I know that if they're antiques, I don't want to break anything. And it's like my aunt's the one with the money. I don't.
So I look at him like, just because you said that, you can look at anything you want.
Ha ha ha. I get it. Okay, so I'll be extraordinarily careful.
What are you interested in?
It's like honestly, I'm a student. It's like I study history. I'm trying to be a history professor, but it's like I don't know that. It's like I haven't seen any, and I'm just looking around. It's like you got a lot of stuff here. So he's
So
like,
I put them to a section
Mm-hmm.
that has that's like they're almost like almanacs,
Okay.
and I tell them that those are from England. Those are English-based books on that side. If you want to take a look at those.
Okay. It's like cool. Yeah, sure, great, thanks.
I tell them that they cover history and events that happened in England, and in some parts of the United States.
It's like, wow, that's awesome. Thanks. It's like, all right. So he walks away and then he heads to the section and starts looking at the spines of the books and pulls out one and starts thumbing through it. All right. For what do you do? You're going to continue to transcribe the circle that's on that page.
Yeah, I copy the information on that page now. Start flipping through the book slow,
Mm-hmm.
reading it, and then when things like switch like they did a second ago,
Yep.
I'll stop and copy those things too, because those things might change to be something else, and I don't want to lose that current stage of whatever that development was.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Because of your class and your level of intelligence, your attention to detail is going to be greater than most. So yes, you can definitely, as you're scanning, memorizing it. You don't have a total recall, do you?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay,
like that.
so
I'm just a person.
anything outside of that would have to be a roll to
That's fine.
distinctly remember it. Okay, so Howard and Jack and Howard's not here. He is the worst. They let's play. I can make it happen. Staring at an empty damn chair. All right, so we're gonna stay with you, Sergio. Okay,
There he is. There he is.
Waiting on you.
Up. Hurry up.
Are you there? Are we good? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't. I was talking, and then I was like, "So we're gonna go back to," and then you were in your chair. I'm like, "God damn it!"
No, because I got the little one right there, so I gotta keep an eye on them.
I'm gonna throw him out the other window. Anyway, so
Binks.
you finally meet up with Jack, and he's sitting on a bench. He's sitting on a bench, and as you walk up, you obviously see Howard coming up. So go.
What's going on, dude?
Hey. Come on, man. Let's take a walk.
Okay, so where are we going to?
So I'm going to let Howard know I found him.
On who?
Brian.
Where?
And he's in human form. There's not a sign of him at all with as being with a reptilian. So he was unconscious and naked in a hole in an alleyway. And the weird thing was there was two people there, but I can't really call them people. They must have been metahumans, because once they noticed me, wings came out of them, feathered wings, and they flew up in the sky.
So wait,
right
so he's human?
Yes.
Does he
now,
have any
not
damage to his body?
Nothing.
He's normal?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's not normal because of what happened.
No. But I'm talking about normal. In other words, he doesn't have any form of injuries, not bleeding, anything like that.
No.
His teeth are back to normal.
Yes. No, you wouldn't even think that he transformed.
Oh, that's so weird.
And he was extremely cold.
Hmm.
And we put blankets and stuff on him, so he warmed up. He came to. We spoke for a little while.
And where you found him at?
In an alleyway.
In an alleyway. Well, I'm gonna tell her. Supposedly the FBI is after him, and the NYPD are after him too.
That's why I'm not saying nothing about where he's at right now. So what I'm gonna do, what we're doing, is we're going to where he lives.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
I'm not gonna go to the apartment upstairs, but I'm gonna scope the area out.
More than positive, they have to have it under surveillance. Remember,
But
this
who
guy,
has it under surveillance.
damn white. Wait, hold on, Lou. Wait, hold on. Excuse me. Yo, Lou, we in California or New York? California,
New York.
right?
No, you.
Okay. No, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
You
say,
got the cops.
and then we
and then
have
you got-
the people who put the video onto YouTube.
All right, so let's take a look and see what's going on.
Yeah, but they
This
know
is the
us
first
already.
that you heard of the YouTube.
No, I told them on the phone. Remember, I called
You
them and I
did?
told them on the phone.
Oh.
Yeah. I called them
Alright.
and I told them on the phone. So I'm gonna tell them and the people who put it on YouTube, but they know us already. So don't you think it's gonna be suspicious if we walk in by his house?
Not really.
Okay, let's go.
After about another 10 minutes, you get to where his loft is. And he lives on the third floor. It's a three-story building, and him and his roommate have the third floor. All of the lights on that loft are on.
Okay.
Lou,
Is there anything as like to pick up food
What do you
around
mean?
the area?
There was a Chinese place about a block and a half away.
Lou, where his window's connected to, is there a roof or is another building or the opposite
Yeah,
building?
it's mostly it's either industrial or they're loft apartments in this area. Directly
Now,
across from him is
yeah.
a 4-story building, but it's commercial and
Okay, so
it's closed.
It's closed?
Yeah, it's nighttime.
Okay.
Let's go get some Chinese food.
Hold on. Give me a second. So I'm more than positive they have surveillance in front of this building, right? In front of these buildings.
Are you looking for surveillance?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have if you don't have surveillance systems, I'll just make you. I'll have you do a perception.
No, I don't have
All right,
surveillance.
so just
system.
do
I don't have
a perception check.
All right, hold on. That's a 20, right, Lou?
Yes. What's your
Yeah.
IQ?
Hold on, give me a second. I have to go to my character.
I got surveillance.
Okay.
Okay, but he's the one that's looking for it. You're looking for Chinese.
Let's just forget about that one.
All right, so just make a base 20 roll. All right. With that, you don't see any like obvious video cameras. You know, nothing on the light pole, no bubbles with nothing in front of his building, and nothing that in your line of sight as you're looking around.
Okay. Is there any way to get behind the building that's adjacent to his building?
No,
the one that's across the street to it.
They're all connected. This entire block is either commercial or residential. Mostly commercial with these lofts. The area that you're in is expensive. So it's you know the area. You're from New York. Jack doesn't necessarily, but Jack's not from New York, right? You just came up from New York.
Yeah.
Okay. You came up from Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're not necessarily familiar with the terrain just yet, but Howard, you do know the area. This is they're pricey lofts. Like,
I want to ask you something. Do I have any patients that live around here that I would know?
No,
of?
you're an ER doc, so you don't necessarily have specific patients, but you
Okay.
do know the area because of this is New York and this is.
So I'm gonna look at Jack and I'm gonna be like, I'm trying to get on the level of his window so we could look in to see what's going on because all his lights are on. Or we could just go knock on the door, but then it's gonna look obvious.
Well, he's saying let's go get some Chinese.
Okay, so we'll go. But I'm gonna throw my idea towards him first.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could talk to him. I'm just reminding you. He already said it.
You heard Jack. I'm gonna tell him I want to try to get to where he's at so we could look.
All right.
Into the window. But the problem is there's no way of getting in here. Of getting behind the building. That's gonna be the problem. And what's the time now, Lou, if you don't mind me asking?
It's about it's almost midnight.
And right now, what's the population in the street? Is it empty, busy?
In this particular area, there's not a lot of people. There's some people walking, like this is New York, so there's always somebody on the streets. But
Lou, I'm gonna scan the cars.
there are about half dozen cars. Most of them are either Mercedes, BMW, or Lexus.
Any vans, minivans?
No.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so we'll go to the shiny shop.
Okay. So the restaurant has maybe about half dozen people already in it. It's a to-go place, so a lot of people are just waiting for their orders. You come in. What are you doing?
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna order like a family meal.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. And then
that doesn't take any more than 20 minutes.
okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make believe like I'm a delivery guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to the building and go back to the building. I'm gonna tell Howard, I'm gonna say, look, why don't you go hang out, watch me from afar, and let me go in there and deliver the food.
Okay, sounds good. So Lou, I'm gonna go across the street.
I'm gonna take my jacket off because I always had a jacket on.
Mhm.
Take my jacket off and I'll give it to Howard.
Okay.
And what's across the street? Like, what type of businesses do they have?
Are you
across the street?
carrying firearms?
Yes, I have a firearm on me.
No, Sergio got my firearm.
Okay. So you're carrying a firearm, Jack?
Yes, I carried it in it's in my thing. Hold on, I'll show you.
Well, his name ain't Jack. I'm Jack.
I'm sorry, because you dropped it, and I told you not to do that. I swear to God, I hate you. So Howard, I mean. All right.
Yes.
You're across the street, and you were asking me about what's across the street. I'm sorry.
Yeah. In other words, what businesses do they have? Do they have any businesses? Just a building front.
The building directly across the street. The storefront is one of those boutique clothing stores, but it's closed.
Okay, so I'm just gonna make believe like if I make my, like just window shopping,
At midnight. Okay, sure. That's inconspicuous. Jack goes to the door. There's only 3 bells. It's a buzzer. It's a buzzer on the outside. There's 2 doors. The door that you're facing, and then the second door going into the lobby. There is no one in the lobby that you can see, but there is a desk to your left, like a security desk. What are you gonna buzz? Are you gonna? There's a buzz. There are 4 buttons. 1 for the security, and then the 3 for the apartments.
I'm gonna buzz the apartment.
Okay, so it says Simmons/Porter, and you buzz it once, twice, 3 times, no response.
So then I'm gonna buzz security.
Okay, you buzz security. There's this man. He's about 60. You can see him he peeks out over the desk, and he's just like, and he comes out from around, and he buzzes the door, opens that one, opens the front door. He's like, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, delivery for Brian. What's his name? Simmons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead on up. Elevator's right there, 3rd floor.
Thank you, sir. So I'm gonna walk in.
All right. Get to the elevator. You buzz it. Get to the 3rd floor. When you get to the 3rd floor, it opens up right into the place. The first thing, as the doors are opening, you can see there's a flashing of a light as the door is swinging open. You notice that there's a lamp that's turned over. It opens up into a large. It's a loft apartment, but it's pretty much the whole floor. The first thing that you notice is a standing lamp that's on its side, and it's flashing. And there is a huge furniture set in this very wide open space, and right where the sofa is, you can see like a splash of blood directly in your eyes, in your eye line. You're still in the elevator. This is what you see just as the door opens.
Okay.
and you can
So-
hear music, but
Loud?
it's loud, but it sounds like it's muffled from like in a room, like behind a door. Like
So I'm gonna
if someone
walk-
closed their bedroom, but they still blasted the music.
So carefully, I'm walking in, not tracking, walking through any blood or anything for tracks or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Looking around, being very cautious, walking in with the food.
Okay. As soon as you come off the elevator, that wide open space, it narrows. It goes to your left and to your right. So like I said, it's the whole floor. So it's basically a giant railroad apartment. So the living room's right there. The kitchen is off to your left. There's the big windows that you guys were looking at to your right.
Now, Lewis,
Yes.
I am not going close to the windows.
Okay, just give me a second. So this is just everything that you're seeing. I'm trying to lay it out. So you see the living room, that splash of blood that's on the ground next to the sofa. The kitchen's off to your left, but it's further out. To your direct left, to your immediate 90-degree left, is a hallway, and you can see two bedroom doors. And then on the right, there's a bathroom door. You know it's a bathroom because you can see it. You're at a good angle to see the door open and a toilet bowl. And the sounds are coming from your left.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to where the two bedrooms are at.
Okay. The first one, no sounds. The second one, which is the furthest in, basically the back of at the furthest end of the apartment. There's another set of windows that look out to the other side of the street because it takes up the whole the building. It goes from one side to the other, but it's the other side of the block. So you know what I'm saying, right? Now the door, you can hear it blasting music. It sounds like rock music, but you can't make it out.
Okay. Grab some paper, some napkins that are from the food.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna open the first door very slowly and open and push it open.
Okay. Just give me a sec here. I should have queued this up, but I did not. All right. Now,
Such a good song.
as you swing the door open, there's you can see a lamp that's also turned over on its side that's illuminating partial of the room. Right as you open the door, the lamp is to your right, and it draws your attention because that's the only light source. There's a pool of blood underneath the shade, and as you pull it open, you can see it trailing from right to your left, from right to left, like there's a drag mark.
Where does the drag mark go?
Okay, you have to open the door fully if that's what.
Yeah,
okay.
Like I got the food in one hand. I grabbed some napkins. I open the door. I see that I'm pushing the door all the way open, but very quietly. I mean, the music's there. You're not gonna really hear it, but I'm opening the door all the way open.
Okay. Pushing the door all the way open. You're following the drag marks, and on the far end, this is a really large bedroom. So it's about 13 feet from where you're standing to the other side, to the other door, to the wall. Excuse me, and then another 10 feet to your left. The drag marks are all along the floor, and then they go up the wall. You're just trailing your eyes along the drag mark. You're looking up, and you can see someone right in the corner of the artwork that I have right here for the channel. It's not that, but it is a person, and he looks like he's pinned there. You can see a dagger through both his forearms, through both his thighs, and they're pinning him to the corner of that wall. And there's a look of sheer terror on his face, blood coming from his eyes, his ears, his nose, his mouth.
Okay. So
All right, I'm gonna lower this. I'm sorry.
pull out my phone, take a picture. All right.
Mhm.
Put my phone back. Go downstairs.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave the. Matter of fact, no, I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna go to the second room.
All right. So before any of that, you take out your phone. You take the picture. There's not enough light, so your phone automatically uses the flash. So it uses the flash. The head of that body just flips up, and doesn't look in your direction, but it just flips up, and it's pinned in the sense that it's looking in your direction, and then opens its mouth. Need you to roll horror factor.
I got a +1.
You sound all depressed. Okay. So there was that shock. You're just like, holy shit. But you're not frozen in place. As it uses its, that's an unnatural sound coming from a person because it echoes and it overpowers the music. And at that point, the music had finished. And you can hear it cycling up as if it was on a loop, like if someone put it on a loop. And he leans it. I'm gonna say he, but it is a man, but he's completely fucked up, and he leans forward and he pulls out his right arm from the wall. Just pulls it out. The knife doesn't go through his arm, but you can hear it cracking against his forearm as he pulls it out.
I'm throwing the food, and I'm running for the elevator.
Okay.
I'm running for the elevator.
Okay.
And while I'm running, just so you know, some of my powers have to work with an existing flame.
Oh, as a matter of fact, and when he did that, and you can feel a surge of energy. I forgot about this game. Yeah.
So, once that, I always carry multiple lighters on me. So, I'm grabbing out a lighter, and I'm running for the door. I'm running for the elevator.
Okay. All right. So you click, 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 click. Come on, come on. You can hear you hear a
Do I
faint.
hear it drop to the floor?
You hear a faint thump as if it dropped to the floor. Then ding, the door opens. As it opens and you're heading to it, your eyes are glued in that direction because you want to know what's going on, obviously. And this thing is freaking you out. You can see a hand grab the frame, and it pulls its head through, and it's still bleeding from its eyes, but they're all milky white. And you go into the elevator, and it ding as it closes. Howard, I need you to make a perception check. It's gonna be a high number, but all right, I can take it. He's not hearing me because he doesn't have his headphones on. All right.
He gave you the finger?
So, ding, second floor. Ding, first floor, and it opens up. And I mean, you come out into the lobby. The security guard's still reading the paper.
I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna tell him we need to get out of here right now.
So
All right, what's wrong?
He lowers, not you. Not if you had your headphones on, you'd have heard it. So he lowers the paper. He's like, "What? What are you talking about?"
Oh, okay, I
Something's
know what he's
coming
talking
and it's not and it's not natural.
He's like, "What?"
I said, sir, I went up to the apartment and the whole apartment is trashed.
He's like, "Wait a minute.
And there was something inside the apartment.
What do you mean something? What are you talking about?" So the elevator closes. Elevator door closes.
I'm gonna tell him, please, you're
Ding.
gonna have to leave. I don't need you to get hurt.
Ding to the third floor.
It's coming.
It's like, look, buddy, I don't. It's been a long
Sir,
night. I don't got
telling
time
you
for
right
this.
now, I am not making this up. I just don't want you to get hurt. Please believe me. I'm not. Look at me. I don't. I'm not here trying to cause problems, but there is something coming. It went right back up to the third floor. Something is coming down.
It's like, I need you to roll MA.
Fuck, I don't. My MA is like.
What is your MA? Mental affinity. Excuse me.
Yeah, mental affinity is 4.
It's a 4.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
man.
need to. No, it's a D. It's a D100. You need to roll under a 15.
I'm sorry.
You need to roll under a 15. And how do I know? Because I have the big ass chart.
No.
So it's like, look, I don't have time. Ding, second floor. It's like, look, I don't have time for this, buddy. It's just, ding, and then you hear the door open again.
All right. So wait a minute. Let me get to your faces because I gotta. Okay. Now you believe me?
Like, holy shit! And he scoots out from around the desk. And he's like, and he pushes you out of the way. He's like, get out of my way! He's like, I don't get paid enough for this shit. He slams. He presses on the bar and he opens it up.
Yo, Lou, he comes out. Get your hands off of me, motherfucker!
Get your hands on me, motherfucker! I remember that movie. That was the best worst movie ever. Okay.
So is it coming out?
Again, you can see the hand as it reaches out for the frame, and he's
All
pulling
right,
himself
I got
through.
2 lighters in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm backing up.
So Howard, you're across the street like, this is nice at midnight. Doo-doo-doo. And you hear, holy shit, from across the street. You turn, you see this 60-year-old guy he jumps 3 steps. He's like, ow, my fucking foot. And he just hops away.
So I'm going to go
And then
look.
you could, from your vantage point, you could see Jack. He has his back to you, and he has both his hands to his side, but you can't see past him. So he's blocking
I'm gonna take out my handgun, 45, and I'm gonna start walking towards the building.
Okay, Dirty Harry.
Hey man, I gotta have a big
Yo,
gun.
Yo, Lou, it'd be like one of those clips where when he shoots it, the gun hits him in his head and he knocks himself out.
Little recoil.
Because it's too powerful.
Yo, Lou, at the same time, I'm doing mind block.
He's like, you feel lucky, punk?
Yo, you heard, Lewis?
Huh?
Mind block.
Man, paranoid. Why are you so paranoid? Okay.
Man,
I'm gonna go to Sergio. Sergio.
God, why he always does this, bro?
Yeah.
You copy that page, and you're scanning through the book. That final page that you saw is the final entry, because you're just going through it and you're trying to take notes.
I'm taking us, and I am reading it carefully because I want to I want to learn something new. If there's anything that I can learn that's pertinent,
Mm-hmm.
or I can share with the girl, then I will.
Okay. There are in references to an event, but nothing specifically tying. Nothing. It's all a jumble. Like in the beginning of the book, there's a reference to the event, and then in the middle of the book, there's a reference to the becoming. And then the third event, there's a reference to the change, and they seem connected, but they're in different parts, and they're only on the parts that you can understand. That last entry that you did understand, that you read, that was written by that person, there seems to be more to. There seems to be another entry in it.
Another entry?
Yeah, and you don't need to make a roll because you're looking at it. As you're looking at it, you can hear like a scrawling, like like as somebody's writing, and
Right.
and you just instinctually you move the page over. You can see something's being written in it as you're looking at it, but it's being written in it's being written in a language you don't understand, but it's just it's like it's writing itself.
Right. So as it's appearing, I'm copying the symbolism,
Mm-hmm.
the symbols, copying the writing as it's appearing on the page.
Okay, so the writing, you do recognize it aesthetically. It looks like it's either Arabic or Jewish or Hebrew,
Okay.
because they're similar in their styles.
Okay. So I mean, all I can do is copy it, and I don't know the language
Mm-hmm.
like that.
All
I
right,
start-
so
Start copying it. Look, I'm also looking around. For some reason, I don't know why. I just had an urge to look around.
okay, you can see Brian. He has his back to you, but he has one of your books on the counter, and he's flipping through it, and nothing seems out of the ordinary coming from him. Nothing around you, but again, it's just. So Brian's like, okay, now I know you heard that. I heard that too. Where the fuck is that coming from?
I'm gonna look at him. I'm like, it's coming from the book.
So whoa, what? Well, he's like, he puts down, he instinctually drops his book like on the floor. He's like, wait, that book?
No, the one I'm working with.
So he's like, oh, and he reaches down, grabs your book. He's like, sorry, puts it back on the counter. And he's like, what are you talking about? That's coming from that book.
Whether you wish to believe what I'm gonna tell you or not, this book is a magical tome, and I think it's linked to the events that are happening now.
So they said, listen, I've seen some. I'm sure that I've been a part. I said, this is. So you're saying that this thing is like a Matt. I'm gonna say the word. This is a magic. That exists. That's real.
Of course it does.
Man, no.
Why not?
It's just like fairy tales, man. It's like
Fairy tales are based on
Nice.
folklore, and folklore is based on some kind of kernel of truth.
it's like fuck. It's like okay. So Jack said he was like a ghost hunter. Maybe he brought one of those things with him. Like some specter has been chasing him. Or
So then, if it's chasing him, why is it still here bothering us?
it's like, dude, fuck. I just at this point he's just like
All right.
just-
Hey, would you like a cup of cognac?
it's like, yes, please.
I'm gonna hand him a glass and pour him some cognac.
So he doesn't sniff it. He doesn't sip it. He doesn't twirl it. Nothing fancy. He just like throws it. He throws it back. He's like, oh God.
That's straight from Spain, and it's really old, so you should have appreciated it first.
Oh, you could have warned me.
Pour him another cup. Take this slow.
Holy shit. That's like fire. You drink fire.
That's how you know it's good.
Oh yeah, sure. Oh, fuck.
Now sip this one slow, because if you don't, you might just knock yourself over.
Oh, holy shit. Oh, that's... What the fuck?
I look at him like, you know what? This is the first time I've ever been taunted like that.
So this happened before?
Well, it's a pretty strong book, I guess.
Fucking get rid of it, man.
Oh, when you find things like this, you don't just get rid of them.
It's like, dude, seriously. You are freaking me out.
Ah, you'll be fine. But I will close this book for now, because I wasn't prepared for that.
Okay.
So I gently closed the book. Because that did fuck up my head too.
He's like, so this kind of thing happens to you like on a regular? Like, this is your life?
It's not a regular thing. But I do find books like this not too often, and when I do, they usually don't stick around long.
What do you mean?
So
Like you sell them, you get rid of them, you burn them?
No,
You burn them, right?
Someone comes out of the blue and buys them.
Oh. So
But-
he looks at the door, he's like, wait, so someone's going to be here right now? Like,
I look at him like, you know what? I did the exact same thing the first time I saw this book. And no one's getting this book for now. I think I need to hold on to this one.
oh boy. He's like, I think those rations are coming up. Oh.
Kind of relax, you'll be fine. Like, you
Uh,
need an antacid or something?
he bends over, he's just like,
Bring him the garbage can.
Good idea. Oh God. He's just like, he starts spitting, like, you know, when you get ready to
Yeah.
throw up. He's like, oh God.
Now look at him. You really shouldn't have guzzled down that cognac.
So, yeah. Oh, I think you're right. Liquid fire. Oh God.
I start rubbing his back.
Okay, I'm good. No, I'm good. He stands up. I'm good. Okay, it's over. I'm done. He does that like two more times. He's like, all right,
Yeah.
finally, I think I'm finally good. Jesus, I almost shit myself.
Oh, I'm glad you did it.
Yeah, look.
Let me get you some water. Bring him some water.
Okay.
Bring him some water and tell him to eat a cracker after he's done. After
Okay.
he seems to be settled.
I'm assuming you had the
Correct.
book the whole time with you on your person.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I had the book in my hands
All right.
the whole time.
Just want to make sure. So he's like, all right. So, this has all been really weird and screwed up to the 100th degree. So, just trying to understand. This is all new to me. It's like, listen, I've seen pictures of people flying. I actually saw a girl flying in downtown. It was so cool, and that was weird enough. Now you're telling me that there's like magic, and then there's people that are screaming. There was like the laughing, and then the I am coming for you. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, so let me get it. So who is it coming for? Me or you? Because you're the one who holds the book. You're the one that's opening the book. You're the one that's reading the book. I don't know. I didn't touch it.
More than likely, it's coming for me because I have the book.
So in a small way, he's like, okay, almost relieved that
I
it's
know.
not him. He's like, oh, thank God. He's just, all right, dude, you seriously do you want to start messing with stuff like this? It's like supernatural stuff, you know, like
So
demons and devils and
look,
ghouls and shit.
I look at him and I'm like, I'm 45 years old. I've been doing this for 20 years now. No, wait, 15 years now.
Wow. It's like, what are you like? It's like, are you like? Is this like some daredevil thing? Are you gonna die soon or something? Is this?
Daredevil thing?
It's like, wait a minute. It's like,
I'm not a stunt double. I don't know what you're talking about.
no, I mean like, you know, like a thrill junkie or something like that. You doing this
No.
for kicks or? It's like, dude.
I just really like books.
It's like, yeah, I like them too, but like at public libraries and online and audiobooks and stuff. I know none of them. It's like audiobooks. They talk about the story. They don't talk at you, making threats against your life. Like, what are you? You're weird, man. It's like, have you heard back from Jack? I mean, he said he was going over to my place.
You know what? Let's give him a call. If I dial him up,
Okay.
give him a call.
It's like, look, man. It's like, wait a minute. No.
No, what?
This is gonna sound weird, but there was like a my great grandfather was like one of those like crazy cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Like he's like a cult member, or
Oh?
that's the story. So I don't know why that memory was triggered. It's because I never really knew the guy, and I thought it was just like something to get me to behave. You know, like grandpa. You know, grandpa's coming to get you if you don't.
Really? Tell me about it.
He goes into the story about his great grandfather, which happened to be Genevieve's father, and Genevieve's grandfather. He's like, you know, they were part of some secret society, and back in the day, there was a high society in New York that was. He's like he thought there was code for like clan activity, like white supremacist. That's what he thought it was about. But he didn't think anything of it. He thought they were like Klansmen. You know, he remembers seeing this show. What was it? Watchmen. You ever watch that show? Like they came out with a show on HBO. It was really really cool. And one of the things that they did was like they back in the day of early New York, they had this. These white supremacists had the secret society that were working in New York, and they did this on their heads, and you know, like that's how they identified each other. He said, I thought that's what it was. It just seems the level of coincidences that are happening today, and then you had this shit happening. Like we're all in the dark, like the whole world's in the fucking dark. You're telling me that book is alive or it's magical, and then now it's talking to you and laughing, and then they're saying I'm some sort of lizard man, and now the FBI but not FBI. He's like, this is just too much.
Hey, quick question. Do you remember any symbols or any actual gestures from that story that they told you?
He said, I remember he's like, I remember, what was it? He's like, he's like, they hired a nanny for us for a while. She's a really weird old woman, and she said if you don't go to bed, that the eye is coming to get you. I think that's what she said.
The eye is coming to get you.
Yeah, I mean, I was about 6 at the time, so I was freaked out. But I didn't,
I show him the symbol that Jack sent me. Does it look something like this? Have you ever seen anything like this
So
before?
yeah, that's it.
Hmm.
I said, that's exactly it. So where'd you see that? Where'd you get that?
Jack found it and sent it to me to identify.
Whoa. Hold up. Okay. Whew. All right, I need to sit down. All right, and this is as you're ringing Jack, which he's a little bit busy, so you get a busy signal. I'm gonna have to update that. That's a landline busy signal.
Actually, it would go straight to voicemail.
Yeah. That's I'm telling you, this thing, it pissed me off when they switched the sounds. I had all that shit loaded up. But in any event, it does go to it goes directly to Jack's voicemail, and that's where you are right now. He's talking with you. You're talking with him. He's explaining to you. He explained all that to you as much as he can remember. He definitely keeps referencing the fact that he was 6 at the time, so it's not like it's fresh in his mind.
Right.
So he's just trying to take all that you're telling him, all that Howard had told him, all that Jack had told him, and piece it together. He's still not. You can tell he's still not believing it. Like, it's still not sunk in.
Right.
We're gonna go back to Howard and Jack really quickly, and I'm gonna end it so that until the next game, which would be next Sunday, at 9 p.m. hopefully on time, and we won't have these technical glitches. We'll get better at it as we go.
Well, now that I know it'll be at 9, I'll jump on at
7:30. Yeah, it's 7:38, and then we can get everything set up. Now, back to you guys, Jack. As you can see the arm coming, the head pop out, and it's moving slowly, like purposefully, and the blood is still streaming from his eyes, like it's soaked, hit the front of his shirt, and the knives are still embedded in its forearms, and it comes out fully from the hallway. And it's standing there staring at you. That's the sound it makes as it looks like it's breathing inwards, like it's sucking in oxygen. You're muted.
I'm gonna do burst of light.
Okay.
It's 4 ISP.
Mm-hmm.
And what it does is, 1 second.
Yeah, I don't have the book in front of me, so I'll look it up too. All right, I got it. So burst of light. Oh, no, I don't got it. That's just an ability. Burst of light. It's toucher 6 feet, line of sight. Area effect is 12 feet. Anyone caught in the flash is affected. The psychic can make any source of existing fire as small as a candle's flame explode into a burst of light. So basically, it's like a magician's flash paper.
It's like a blinding flash.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is. Okay.
But the save is 17.
Yeah, I saw that. All right, so I'm going to make that roll first. All right. Where are you? There you are. You do that, and it yells out again. As it covers up and it backs back into the elevator. Jack, you can hear this from the glass because the door, the security guard has flung it open, but it's not one of those that closes quickly. It has one of those hinges that slow closes, and yeah, and you heard that through coming from both the doors as it closes. You can see a flash as if someone had as if someone had taken a picture with a very very powerful flash bulb. You understand that Jack has abilities, but you know seeing him in practical use is still new to you. Now, I would make you. I'm not gonna make you make a roll because you're out of the range, but you were able to cover up because you're far enough away, and you're muted too. So.
So Lou, I'm gonna head towards the building. When I head towards the building, I'm gonna look at the animals. How are they reacting?
You took them. You have them with you.
Yeah, I told you. I'm
Okay.
taking them with me.
As you get closer, you start feeling a surge of energy.
Oh, so I already know there's something going on, right?
And
how-
when whatever that noise came out, your dogs immediately started barking.
Okay, so I already know they're supernatural. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is,
Or they're just dogs that are barking.
No, supernatural. Don't try it, okay? So what I'm gonna do is now I got my handgun and I start moving faster towards the building.
All right, it doesn't take you that long. It's a few seconds to cross that street. You're at the base of the stairs. The doors had finally the second door, which is the one inside the hallway, that one closed. So you just have the door that's there. That one still it's just a little bit open.
I'm gonna peek in. Jack, is everything okay here?
So you can hear him from behind the glass, but he's a little low. But it's up to you to decide what you're doing.
So
Well,
Jack,
need a little bit of backup here.
okay, so I'm gonna go behind them. I'm gonna
The second
down.
door is closed. You can't. He has to open it.
I bang on it.
Well, with my face looking at it, I'm walking backwards. I got a lighter in my hand, and I'm gonna open the door.
All right, so he
He
pops the it's one of those bar locks. So he pushes that and opens the door.
I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I got my gun. Like, what the hell is going on? Look what? So I
to the elevator.
So Lou, I take a look at the elevator.
So
What the hell is that?
you see a knife. It like you only see the hall, then the elevator. You don't have a line of sight in the elevator. It's just straight across. So as you can see a knife just pop out and hit the ground, ding ding ding, and then another one, cling cling.
What type of knives are they? I take a look.
They're long. They're about a foot long.
But is there anything?
Oh, no,
in other words, do they look any different from any other knives?
As they're too far away for you to notice anything, any fine details. But as they hit the ground, they slide, and you can just see they're trailing blood as they hit the far wall.
How big are the knives?
They're foot long.
Wow,
so
this is pretty big.
So the blade makes up most of that foot. So it was maybe about a 10-inch blade. And they hit, and at this point, you can see this on the hand itself. The first thing you notice is it's at least 3 times the size of a normal human hand. It just reaches around the corner and grabs that door frame.
I'm telling you, why are we here?
Lewis.
Come on, let's get out of here, man.
Does the hand look the same as what Brian's hand looks like?
No, this one's completely distended. So every finger it's at least about twice the length of a normal human finger. And they're at the knuckle, they're huge and bulbous and bony.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yo, Lou, so I start retreating
There's
backwards.
nobody in danger. I'm out of
Yeah,
here.
man, let's get out of here. Yo, Lou, I'm retreating backwards. I start heading backwards.
Okay.
So I'm doing the moonwalk towards the
That's funny. He's like,
I'm like this with my gun. Ooh, ooh.
Okay. So you both make it out of the building because it's really slowly moving. As it pulls itself out, it's the human head. It's still human size, but it's the neck is about the neck is, you can tell just by looking at it, it's at least a foot longer than it should be. So it's like it's like on a stalk of flesh. And it turned.
It's like the Evil Dead,
yes,
chick in the basement.
Yeah.
She had her neck.
So
like that.
yeah, and it turns its head, and you can see its jaws distended. It's in this. It doesn't even look like it's angry. It looks like it's in pain. And the eyes are whited over. There's no more blood emanating from it. The blood is now coming from its mouth. As you can see, its jaws like it's popping. And it's moving from side to side, but it clearly looks dislocated.
Lou, what I'm gonna
now
do
you guys
is,
are outside of both doors on the at the bottom of the stairs, and the sidewalk. I need for you, Howard, to roll a horror factor.
Okay.
He's like, "What are we doing here?"
An 8.
No.
My ME is a 20.
All right, so that would make
plus 2.
Hold on a
right?
second. Plus 3.
Yeah, in 11.
That's right.
Plus, I have Mind Block on. I don't know if Mind Block gives me anything.
Not for horror factor.
Okay.
Okay. So you're just like, oh, he's frozen, but he's behind you.
I'm grabbing him. I'm pulling him with me.
Like it's like he's behind you, and as you're backing up, because you're still facing it. Yes, as you're backing up,
yeah.
You bump into him. You're like, dude, move, and you can see he's just like,
yo, Lou, yo. Psst, psst.
He's like, did you just shit yourself? No.
Well, one hand I got a lighter in one hand. I'm grabbing him, pulling him back.
Okay.
And we're gonna get out of there.
So you're running away.
Yo, I'm gonna tell him film it before we leave, so you can have some evidence.
You can't tell him anything. You are.
Well, that's true. I'm like,
You're like, no.
Damn, I have an idea to do something, but I'm fucking stuck.
Yeah.
So I'm just
You're
gonna
grab him and just book it.
I mean, the truth is, I'm gonna shake him to get him out of it.
Okay, that's still gonna take him like at least 15 seconds, which is the melee. So you 15
While we're backing
seconds.
Up, I'm shaking him like, get up, wake up.
Okay. When you as he's like, oh, you're like shaking him, then you can hear the crashing of glass, which would be the inner door.
Dude, we can't let this thing run wild, man.
No, I have an idea. I have an idea. Lou, the store that's next to us, remember?
That would be across the street.
Yes, I'm gonna shoot the glass. So the alarm could go off.
Okay.
Then we bolting. We did our job. And we out of here.
All right, so you take a shot, and you can hear the. Oh, that was way too many. You take your shot. The glass pops.
Now the alarm's gonna go off because that's a high class store. So the alarm's gonna go off right there.
All
so
right.
Now the cops are gonna come.
And you hear the yeah.
And I'm out of there. We out of there. We did what we could do. Yo, did you take Lou? I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna film a video while I'm moving backwards of the creature, so we can have some evidence of it.
Anything that you do as you're moving is going to be one of those shaky cam videos. So
that's fine. It's fine as long as we get the actual image of whatever it is.
All right. The last thing that you're able to get before you round the corner is the one of the both the arms just smashing out the window, the glass door, and its head, like the hands, both its arms, that they're at least twice the length. So twice the length of a normal forearm, twice the length of a normal bicep. Those are the first things to come out, along with its shoulder, its long neck and head. And you can see the patches of its hair that had fallen out, and it turns and it's just looking in your direction. The further out that you run, you can just see glints of like when you're looking at a cat in the dark, you can see that it's reflecting that light and
On its eyes?
on its eyes. Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell Jack that the cops should be here pretty fast because
Okay,
this is
so
a very rich neighborhood.
Aside from the alarm, there's nothing else that you hear. But okay, so before I end it, how far? Like you're running away. Not
Like we are leaving the area.
Okay.
Like gone.
All right. So that's.
I have to go back to the hospital. I told Jack I have to go.
I gotta
Only
go to
had an
work.
hour lunch. Only had an hour lunch. I gotta go back.
All right, so I'm gonna end it here, and yeah, that was fun.
That was fun. I was like, why are we here? Let's get out of here.
Why are we here?
I ain't a superhero.
That was funny. Yeah, so we're gonna pick this up back on Sunday. I hope everybody can hear this time, and if you guys know anybody,
tomorrow I'll go over the video
just
again tomorrow when I'm at work.
Yeah, if you guys know anybody that would be interested in just at least looking at it, just put it up. It's under DM discretion. It's on my stream channel.
Lou, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Can you advertise for a female player through here? Or
No, I don't want. I still through World 20, so I can't do it that way.
Okay.
But I would definitely love to have a female player at some point in the future. I mean, I want to be a diverse group, so we're all Hispanics. We have in my other group, it's racially diverse, white, black, Hispanic. We don't have any Asians, but I'm open.
There's no gold farming here.
Right. I'm pretty open to bringing in new players. We're going to be doing a bunch of different games at some point in the future.
Call of Cthulhu soon.
Call of Cthulhu is one of my personal favorites, but I'm not 100% familiar with the system with the new edition yet. So I'm putting together a one shot for Call of Cthulhu just to test it out and see where we can go with that. And we're going to continue this campaign. I have Heroes Unleashed that we also do every other Thursday, and
Are we doing that this Thursday?
yeah, we're doing it this Thursday, as a matter of fact. So this Thursday would be the 7th. So May 7th, 9 p.m., we're going to be doing Heroes Unleashed. It's all about superheroes. It all ties into this story as well. So all of my stories are all tied into a central theme. If we ever get viewers to watch this, you'll notice that a lot of the games that I'm going to run are tied around a central theme that I've been trying to put together for many, many years. Hopefully, we can put it all together, and it should be fun. All right, so thank you guys for watching, and
Thank you.
We definitely appreciate it. For Jack Napier, aka Danny. I'm sorry, Jack, because he's in the freaking frame. So for Jack Napier, aka Dwight, who's in Howard Phoebus's, aka Danny. For Sergio Argavieso, aka Steve. My name is Louis. I'm your GM. We are going to be out. Take it easy. Enjoy.
Bye bye.
Yo, Lou, did we get